time we're going to be looking at an episode called, well, it's the one with the piano tuner, one of my favourite episodes. So we'll be getting into it. Get all your DVDs, all your streaming devices ready, and start the episode in 3, 2, 1, go. There's the famous music. Tamsin Gregg's coming up. Paul Ritter playing Martin. Simon Bird. So you should be all in sync with me. But let's go through this comedy. Oh, there's the house, the famous house that's been going on forever now, hasn't it? Oh, this program's been running since about 2011, and Robert Poppers wrote them all. But I really like this episode, one of my favourites, and the two brothers always fighting each other out, aren't they? We love a bit of that. Oh yeah, please use the side entrance. And there she is, Tamsin Gregg, a comedy great, really. She has done some work, hasn't she, that lady? And there's Martin with his top off, always with his top off. I love it. And of course this all goes back to Whitehall Farce, this stuff. This is all like, I mean, Robert Popper, I don't know what his background is, but he writes a great farce. And these are all farces, and they're always sort of in and around the house. They go outside occasionally, and it's a sort of Jewish family. I don't know about if they celebrate dinners on Friday, no racism, whatever intended, but maybe they do all have to come together on a Friday night. And look at how wonderful. Look, she's even wearing the special little gold booty shoes there so she doesn't damage her carpet. Simon Rosenthal and Simon Bird, is that Tim Rosenthal, silly me, never mind, I'll edit that out. But of course he was in Plebs, and and here he is sneezing. Martin, he loves it. Misordered. Now, how many times has anyone done this? They misordered the food and ended up with, like, there's either an error on their end or your end, but there's always an error somewhere, isn't there? And you end up getting too much bloody crap that you don't want, the tomatoes. Tamsin Greig, she was in Black Books with Dylan Mahan and Bill Bailey. Another classic comedy you should check out if you ever get a chance to. It's quite funny. That's all sort of studio bound, sort of early noughties, but that's quite funny. Paul Ritter, I haven't seen him in much. Paul Ritter, sorry, my English. He was born in Kent in '66, so he's about 55. He's done a lot of acting. He was in Quantum of Solace in a small part. He was in Cold Feet. He's recently been in something with Tamsin Gregg, something else, some period drama on ITV that I haven't watched because I don't really like all that sort of stuff. But it'd be interesting to see him in more dramatic or darker roles if that's what it's supposed to be about. And see him. It's like when the two people off of. As time goes by, Judi Dench and Jeffrey Palmer are in Tomorrow Never Dies together, playing sort of adversaries, and it's nice to see them go against each other. So maybe they do that in that other program. I'll tell you what it was called if I could remember, but it's a period drama on ITV. You can find it. Simon Bird, obviously famous for The In-Betweeners. This character isn't a million miles away, obviously, but he's a bit cooler, dare I say, a little bit less geeky, but basically a similar character. Playing the son there, Adam. And of course we're into series 6 by now, but this is a mean series 3 episode, so this is really good. But I love this episode because we have the deaf actor who hasn't done much else. I mean, he popped up in A Father Ted. We'll see him as the Green Cock. Here he is, Mr. Green Cock. He didn't play an Irishman in Father Ted, but he played a blind priest on a plane. You know the plane episode of Father Ted when the plane's going to crash. So I presume he just sits there, but he's really good at the sarcasm stuff. I found this hilarious when I first watched it. And of course the new carpet's all knackered because they've had to get chucked off the bus, as he explained. Yeah, and of course Jackie is very upset about this. Now I suppose with the biggest, I mean none of these have particularly got a massive range in comedy. I mean they're all very good. I suppose Tamsin Gregg's alright, but she does do other stuff. I mean she was in an early episode of Doctor Who season 1 with Eccleston. But that was not really much. He sort of came in and out. I mean, Simon Bird also did a comedy. I think he co-wrote with the other guy in the In-Betweeners called Chickens. That was on Sky One. I think they did 1 or 2 seasons of that. Haven't watched it. It's supposed to be about like World War 1 or 2 conscientious objectors. You know, they don't want to fight, and pacifists. Might be good. I might check it out one day if I ever get round to it. But you know, busy lives and all that. And yeah, sorry I haven't uploaded much lately. I know the COVID's been in, but just haven't had the time. Busy with the kids, looking after my daughter, all that lark, you know. So, but here I am trying to get some stuff uploaded. I'll try to be regular, but then the lavatory never lets me, so my jokes, don't worry. I've always been the greatest joker, not. I like the way they've dressed the house as well. They're using the pictures of the family. They do the old, and they actually look like a proper family, don't they? I mean, you can see these two, I mean, they could be brothers. Tom Rosenthal is the son of John Rosenthal, who is a sort of, and is he going to say careful like he did in the first episode with the sofa bed? He's the son of Jim Rosenthal, who's a sort of famous sportscaster. He used to be like a commentator. He might still be. But he was forever on the BBC Sports, I think, doing the football and what have you back in the 80s, 90s. Might still be doing it somewhere on the radio, no idea. But he's his son. I think Tim here does Plebs, obviously, playing a prominent role in the Roman sort of comedy, sort of up Pompeii like drama. See that squeaking around nice there, isn't it? His piano that needs to be tuned. Where is Mr. Green Knob? He went to the bog. He needed some assistance. It's always classic. I think this guy's so, like I say, he's really good. And there's a lot of things about the car. There's 2 episodes that centre on the sort of carpet needed cleaning, because they do that in the one where he's oiling all the Martin's oiling all the hinges. And see, I wonder if Paul Ritter, the actor, likes to not wear his top, or he gets embarrassed by it. Because in the early episodes, I know that Tim Rosenthal, playing Johnny there in the orange, he squirted cream in his mouth, and he doesn't do it so much now. It's because the actor's actually allergic to cream, so they had to sort of fill it up with something else, or have an injection on standby, an antihistamine ready, so that he didn't have to so he didn't need immediate treatment after he'd taken. I think he just did it once on a whim, and it sort of stuck with the character, probably in the first episode. And if you watch Jim the neighbour who comes in and out. But yeah, if you watch the early episodes, Johnny squirts a lot more cream in his mouth. Doesn't do it so much later on. I assume it's because they couldn't be bothered with changing. Yeah, there he goes. He's going to psycho him. Martin's going to kill the crazy, sarcastic piano tuner. And Adam's got to give Martin a lesson every week, which he's really looking forward to, as you can see. But this is brilliant. I think this is a generational comic. Jumps all the generations, because it's filmic and doesn't look too sort of crud. And if down below in the comments you want to tell me how to make like an Only Fools and Horses something look like this, more filmic. Oh, they're giving him the finger. They're fingering the piano tuner. Naughty, naughty. See, I wonder how much of this house is actually made up for production, and how much is left, like, you know. Crispy duck, they're all going out for their Chinese. They're all, oh. And that looks like a nice Chinese, actually. I fancy that myself. Very posh looking, isn't it? Was she in Star Wars? No. She looks a bit like Rose Tico, tight slightly. Who was canned from after the Last Jedi, wasn't she? Obviously, and got about 2 lines in the Rise of Skywalker. Still, here we go. They're having it. He's doing the piano tuning. We got the Chinese guy. I've been to a Chinese restaurant near me like this, which is quite posh. Anyway, so they actually have their natural... Oh, and here we go. It's Auntie Val. I like her character. She went a bit crazy in the last season 6, but up to this, she's always sort of a foil for the 2 parents and a friend. And he was in an episode of Not Going Out. If you watch an episode of Not Going Out called The Escape Room, he's the crazy bugger on the tape who's lost his job and who's attacking Lee Mack's character in it. I'll do Not Going Out one day, because I think that's brilliant comedy, especially the early seasons 2 to 5, I think, 2 to 5, when Tim Vine was in it, and that was bloody classic then, but not so much now. But yeah, he was in a later episode called Escape Room, which is probably the best episode of the later ones, when what's his name, Lee Mack, concentrates more like on a comedy humour. He changes the dynamic of it. It's still quite funny, but watch that episode if you can. And of course here she is. She's been in Toast of London. She's been in Doctor Who. God, she's done loads of stuff, this lady. I can't remember her name, so that's my professionalism. But Auntie Val. Yes, she does some comedies. She's very good. Attractive older lady. Yeah, in Toast of London she plays a good role with Matt Berry. Catch that if you can. I think that's on Netflix, so you can watch some of them. And here she is, because her husband's not around at the moment, so she's got a little escort for the evening. And she's trying to cover up, as in all good farce, which they always try to do. See, I love my comedic farce. I mean, I suppose all comedy, all sitcom, because this is probably a sitcom. The last type. Probably the last best at the moment. I haven't seen a good sitcom for a long time. I mean, that actually makes you laugh out loud. I mean, this is about it, really, isn't it? Because we really haven't got, I mean, apart from American comedy, I catch my commentary on the Friends episode. Oh, there she goes, Val's run away. I think that she used to try to style her hair like Jackie. They tried to make her sort of like twinish in the early days. Because her hair was styled much more like Jackie's in the earlier episodes of season 1, 2. Well, here they go. We haven't seen Jim yet either. Normally he'll pop up. Oh yeah, he's going to talk to the behind piano tuner in a minute. And he said deaf, but I suppose seeing as I'm half deaf, you can't hold it against me. And if I mumble, please let me know below, and I will try and pronunciate and enunciate better with my wonderful English speech. Anyway, Jack is on the mobile here, talking to the piano tuner, talking about fires, as I think Jim set fire to his butt. And Jim, of course, the neighbour who turns up in every episode with Wilson and whoever. See, they can't even have their crispy duck, which Martin will be very upset. See, you don't want to go, you don't care if the house is on fire. He wants his dinner. But they're back. A nice jump cut there into the house. And it's because Jim... Oh, they've even got footprints up the stairs. Excellent. Here he is doing the tuning. Yeah, so Jim wanted... He's burnt his bath, has he? Because his bath's made of wood or something? Is that this episode? I don't know. Well, watch all the episodes. You should. I only do like... I know I do more Only Fools and Horses on my channel, but they seem to get the best response. And we need them subs. So sub as well to me if you like what you hear. Me, this middle-aged man rambling over TV programmes, but that's what I do. I just enjoy to ramble over stuff and talk and give you some tidbits. I've got to say, these actors are all quite prolific. I think that... Oh, here's Jim with Wilson before Wilson passed on and got replaced by Milson, who had puppies in the last episode that I saw. There might be more. We'll see what the future holds. Seeing as we're in a bubble here of time. And Jim, the character of Jim... can't remember the actor's name, doesn't matter. But this actor, John Heap, Mark Heap, he's been in Benidorm. He's done dramatic roles as well. He's got a good range, this guy. Good actor. Seen him in more serious stuff as well. And he's eating the potpourri, probably. You know what yuppies have in their houses. The schmoigel, you know, the Jewish, because he loves the Jewish family. I think he obviously has a fascination for Jackie, doesn't he? But Jim, if you watch like episode 2 of the first series, 1 or 2 of the first series, you'll notice the character of Jim slightly different. He's played a bit differently. He gets stupider and plays it differently. But in the first episode they must have recorded, so either episode 1 or 2, he plays it slightly different. So if you watch that episode, let me know and see if you notice the change of the character. I said this to my dad and he noticed it as well. Oh, Val's over. Oh yeah, watch that episode and see if you see the change in Jim's character. Oh, they're all got muddy footprints on Jackie's newly cleaned floor carpet. Yeah, she's alright, old Auntie Val. She was in EastEnders as well, but I don't watch EastEnders. Soap opera is the lowest form of crap. Feel free to argue, I don't care. I hate EastEnders. I hate all soap opera. They're boring and crap. I like a bit of comedy and I like a bit of drama, but that's about it. And I'm sorry I haven't put any more movies up on the channel lately, but it's hard when it's one person to try and talk through a whole movie. I mean, my steptoe one was alright because I had plenty to say. But, oh, there you go, she told him to drop dead. Sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, apparently. My wisdom that I like to impart on my commentaries. But God, isn't it funny wit? Bit of sarcasm, we love it. Oh, poor old Auntie Val. And, oh yeah, Jim says he'll phone the Samaritans. Yes, he has been in a fire. He's been all charred up. So you wonder if he makes all these situations up himself. So in case, just to look like he can go around there, because he always wants an excuse to go around their house and visit with them. And now, yeah, Jim. So why would Val need it? The guy that plays her husband, Uncle Larry, he's been in Little Britain, and they just pulled the Little Britain off the Netflix because of the sort of racist sort of overtones of some of the characters. I mean, it involves, I know it's supposed to be ironic, but it involves some sort of blacking up and stuff, and I think that sort of thing went out with the arc, or should have done, so I can understand why they might have pulled those episodes, especially in light of all the modern troubles with these things. Oh, here they go, they're off out, they want their Chinese. Oh, they're off to this shed, I love this shed. Now I'm guessing this is some kind of set, because this must just be 2 flats, yeah? We've got the wall with the window and the back wall, and I'm sure the rest of it's all opened out just for the cameras and that. Although, no, we've got another wall by Johnny, so they've got 2 cameras at least in here. But this is Martin's little safe room, safety room, where they run out with the non-alcoholic beer when they burnt they pretended to burn all his stuff and burnt Val's dress in that other classic episode. But the chemistry in the cast is really good in this, which I think makes you buy they can be an actual family. Because they really are good and all. He's got his chest of drawers needed. Oh yeah, this is the squeezy fish paste, which is absolutely gross. But that's all he ever does. He eats disgusting things. He's had the bin, Martin, doesn't he, all the time? So if you're listening to this for the first time, I hope you're not, but the whole series, watch it. They've got the first 3 or 4 on Netflix, and the last 2 are on 4 on demand, or probably BritBox maybe, because I think BritBox has just bought in the some of the Channel 4 has partnered with them. And Dad's eating his fish paste there. He's got his top on as well. Of course they went to the thing, didn't they? Went to the Chinese restaurant. Oh, where they go? Yeah. Oh, so they've got this set. I don't know if they do. They must keep changing the setup so they get the reverses and that. Oh, here's Larry. If you'll notice, he's always with the guy in Little Britain who goes and he comes and touches him and fancies him. I think the David Walliams character fancies him, but doesn't like the Matt Lucas character. So those scenes are in it. And he plays other little bits in Little Britain. I've seen him in other comedies as well, but I can't name them off the top of my head. Anyway, Larry thinks that Val's been cheating, which I think she technically was going to. And of course you get the typical husband-wife dynamic, and even Larry's feet are dirty. Just to antagonise Jackie there. And of course Larry thinks that either Martin's the lover, which they scoff at, or the blind piano tuner. Luckily he doesn't say the boys, which is good. But he's wearing the typical Frank Spencer outfits there, I think, Larry, and he's wearing the old Frank Spencer tank top. Frank Spencer, obviously Michael Crawford, might do one of them one day, you know. At my really beleaguered upload schedule, as you've seen. But yeah, this is really the best of the mod. I mean, after the In-Betweeners, I suppose this is the natural successor to that. Because the In-Betweeners is classic, this is classic. I mean, I quite like some of the late Ricky Gervais stuff, like Afterlife and things like that, but they're not really... I mean, I know there's funny moments, but they're more like sort of tragic comedy type things, where you've got a tragic thing going on, where this is just fast. I mean, they have their poignant moments, but they're small, which I prefer. I don't like it in Only Fools and Horses in the longer episodes, where they go all sentimental and the baby stuff. Yeah, it's all good, but I want my comedy to be comedy. I want funny situations. I don't want it always to be, oh, and there he is, Jim, getting all fluffed up in the bath. And he could be another one of Jackie's lovers, highly unlikely. Because she's a bit of a MILF, isn't she, old Jackie? I wonder if she's Jewish as well, I'm not sure. I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter. These are ramblings, I'm sure. In generations to come, these words I speak will be honoured and loved by all, won't they? And I'll be the king of the universe. Some hopes. Anyway, old Jimbo's having a good bathe there. I like the way he's got the shower cap on for a bit of added comedy. Probably threw that in at the last minute. I don't know how much is scripted. I'd like to see the scripts of these. See how much is improvised and how much... Yeah, we didn't want to see the wang. Yeah, I'd like to see how much these are improvised and how much these are actually fully scripted. It'd be fascinating to see. Oh, and there's Jack. Hello. It's all troubled. Oh, the hell's is up? And he's lying again just to be fun. This was his joke. This is his sarcastic joke. And of course Jackie's now losing it because there is no fire. See, I really love Friday Night Dinner and the ratings are really good. There's lots of online stuff about it as well saying, I mean, you can look all the facts and figures up, but I think the ratings for these must be like between 4 and 5 million. It must be really good in current English. See, threw out a blind man, he's going to lose it. Here comes the Chinese takeaway. Nice little pass of farce. Yeah, there we go. He wants his duck and he's having it. And you'll see he says that in a minute. He's brilliant. I love this episode. It's such a... Oh, and there's a little moped delivery thing. And Jackie's getting stuck in there. And you see we're coming to the end of the episode now. I hope you've enjoyed the com. Anyway, but we're coming to the end, the denouement. They're building up to the climax. But, yeah, they're all going on about they're going to eat their Chinese. And now she feels sorry that she should have got him a cab and she threw him out. But he wants his bloody duck. And you know Martin needs to eat. He will be in the bins. He'll have some... He doesn't eat all the tomatoes. Oh, here he goes. He's kicking off. She likes it when he dominates because of that episode where he's being... Because he's done something stupid and he's trying to be nice to her and he has to dominate her and she's feeling all quivery because he's done it. And then they get in the hot tub and he puts detergent in the hot tub or something. It's really weird. Oh, here he goes. Let's hammer that piano. And his dog was called Piano as well, or wasn't it? That was one of those jokes. Where did he get the bloody mallet from, though? Well, that's what I wonder, you know. Never mind. But, of course, we build up to a crescendo. See, music term, I am the greatest commentator. Anyway, we're coming to the end, but I hope you've enjoyed the com, and I need you to sub. I need you to tell all your friends, and they can all sub, and I can earn some money out of this YouTube, and buy a luxury yacht in the south of France, and YouTube from there, eh? Some bloody chance. Anyway, we're all having the duck, and we're winding down the episode. So tell me what you think about Friday Night's Dinner. Tell me what you think about my wonderful com, because you know it's fantastic. Oh, here we go. I forgot that Val and Larry get stuck into the tomato sauce. A lot of tomato ketchup as well as tomatoes. There's a tomato ketchup tomato theme for old Popper, the writer. Do you think he was thinking about that when he wrote the episode? Oh, and the naked Jim at the top of the stairs. His hands don't look too clasped together there, do they? They were a bit far apart. He hasn't got a very large weapon, but then I'll leave the women in my audience to commentate on that. Oh, and yeah, well, I hope to upload soon. You know, life's busy, got things to do, but I will keep periodically uploading, so keep checking, ring the bell and all that. But I'm so glad you came along for the episode, and I hope you'll be there for some more. Anyway, take care. I will be uploading soon. I hope you enjoyed it. Good day.